What's up guys, we're going to be going through the best NBA player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from the other day with the picks from my exclusive Discord group, and we actually got 14 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. So we are on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get 14 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon, which should be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $150 just yesterday. Another member who won $17 for the third day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description. So go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group. And I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel, the best bets and props. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. So let's get straight into the first pick. And when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So first pick we're going to be talking about is Tyler Herro for 37.5 points, rebs, and assists, and this one actually is for less. Now look at Tyler Herro. We've actually seen him go in the under in 4 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against the Chicago Bulls. Now, as you all know, when it comes to the Chicago Bulls, they do rank 16th in points allowed, which is interesting to see. On top of that, when it comes to assists allowed, they do rank 23, and then rebounds allowed, the Chicago Bulls actually do rank 16th. So very mid-tier in all categories. The reason why we still like the under for this situation for Tyler Herro is due to the fact that when it comes to Chicago, they actually do a very good job at defending the guard position. On top of that, when we also look at Tyler Herro, his usage rate has definitely fallen quite a little bit, and we actually tend to see, especially watching from the last play-in, that Tyler Herro's usage rate has actually decreased in all these components just slightly. So because of that, we do like the under for this situation for Tyler Herro. And when we also look at Chicago Bulls, they also are a very slow-paced team. So we aren't expecting the same amount of volume that we usually see from Tyler Herro due to the fact that Bulls are such a slow-paced team, so we should see less volume in all categories. So because of those reasons, his average over the last 5 is also 33.6 over the last 5. So Tyler Herro, 37.5 points, rebs, and assists for less, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about Nicola Vucevic. So Vucevic, great player as we all know, and this one is a none other than 11.5 rebounds for Vucevic, and this one also is for less. Now look at Vucevic. We've actually seen him go on the under in 4 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against the Miami Heat. Now, as you all know, Miami Heat are a great rebounding team. They actually do rank 11th when it comes to rebounds allowed. On top of that, when we also look at Vucevic, his usage rate in this department has definitely fallen just slightly, and the time that he has gone over, he's only just gone over by 0.5. So because of that, we do actually like the under for this situation here. When we look at Miami even further, we also see that Miami do a very good job at restricting rebounds to the center position, and because of that, we do continue to like the under for this situation. His average over the last 5 is also 8.8. So with the amount of usage rate that Vucevic has been given, as of lately, and the fact that they do face off against Miami, who are also a tough rebounding team, we think all signs really do point towards the under here. So Nicola Vucevic for 11.5 rebounds for less, I think is a great pick. Now getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about the other play-in game which is happening, which is the Pelicans game. This one is for Brandon Ingram for none other than rebs and assists for 10.5, and this one actually is for more. Now, when we look at Brandon Ingram, we've actually seen him when we look at over the last 5. He's gone on the, over 0 out of the last 5. Now, the reason why we still like the over for this is that they do face off, especially against Sacramento Kings. Now, when we look at Sacramento Kings, we do know that they are a very fast-paced team, but Kings also do rank when it comes to rebounds allowed 9th, and then assists allowed, guys, they rank a little bit less than that, as they do actually rank 19th. Now the reason why we still like the over for this situation is that Sacramento actually do a very poor job at defending rebounds and assists to the forward position, which is exactly what Brandon Ingram is. So that's the reason why we do actually like the over for this situation here. We think he'll have himself a great game coming into this matchup, and on top of that, when we also also look at Kings, they also are a very fast-paced team, so we are expecting quite a lot of volume there. When we look at Brandon Ingram in general, although his average over the last 5 is 7.8, we are going to be going against the grain on this one, and we still do, however, like the over for this situation. So when we also look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies actually have him favored for the over as well, and we are going to be sticking to what the bookies are saying there. So Brandon Ingram, 10.5 rebs and assists for more, I think is a great pick. Now getting into the next one, we're actually going to be talking about another great player, and that is Kobe White. So Kobe White, fantastic player as we all know, and this one is another rebs and assist for Kobe White, 9.5, and this one actually is for more. Now when we look at Kobe White, we did talk about Miami Heat, and Miami Heat, like we mentioned before, do actually rank 11th in rebounds allowed, but when it comes to assists allowed, they rank a little bit worse, as they do rank 14th. Now the reason why I do like the over for this situation is that when it comes to Miami, they actually do a pretty poor job at defending rebounds and assists to the guard position. So that's the reason why we do like the over for this situation here. Kobe White, although he has missed it, even the times that he has gone on the under, he's gotten very close, which shows that he's very consistent at getting close to this line, which is what we like to see. So you are expecting the over for this situation here for someone like Kobe White. His average over the last 5 is 9.2, so very close to that average, and we think it will definitely change coming into this game. So when it comes to Kobe, we all also expecting a pretty good game from him due to the fact that the bookies also agree so as well. So we are going a little bit against the grain here when it comes to what we see off the stat sheet, but when we look at what the bookies are saying as well, they do like him for the over in that sense. So Kobe White, 9.5 rebs and assists for more, I think is a great pick. So as you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but PrizePicks is delayed with some of their lines, so here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So the first player we're going to be talking about is Alex Caruso, who's been averaging 9 points, 6 assists, and 3.4 rebounds. Now, he is expected to play in this game. We don't know if it's going to change last minute, but for right now, he is expected to play. Now, when it comes to Alex Caruso, we know he is a great player, but on top of that, he's also a big defensive juggernaut. Now, they do face off against Miami in this matchup, and like we mentioned before, when it comes to Miami, they do actually rank 3rd in points allowed, 14th in assists allowed, and also when it comes to rebounds allowed, they do rank 11th. So very interesting stats. They all rank pretty much in the top half or mid tier when we look at assists when it comes to points, rebs, and assists. But because of that, we still do like the over for this situation here. When we look at Miami, they tend to actually not do a very good job at defending guards, and because of that, we actually could see someone like Caruso go over on his line. Now, he has a pretty decent usage rate in all departments, points, rebounds, and assists, and that's why we do like the over for this situation for someone of Caruso's caliber. He is a fantastic player, and on top of that, we are expecting a lot of minutes from him in this matchup, and with Miami not doing such a great job at defending guards, we do like the over for someone like Caruso here. So keep an eye out for his line. There's definitely a lot of value to go in the over, especially if the line is under these averages. Now getting into the next player is Jimmy Butler. So as you all know, Jimmy Butler has been averaging 17 points, 5.6 assists, and 4.8 rebounds, which is absolutely fantastic to see. And on top of that, when we look at Jimmy Butler even further, we actually see that Jimmy Butler has played very good over the last 5 as well when it comes to, you know, his usage rate in all departments. Now they do face off against Chicago Bulls, and like we mentioned earlier, Chicago Bulls do not rank very well in all categories. Chicago Bulls do rank 16th in points allowed. On top of that, when it comes to assists allowed, they do rank 23rd, and then rebounds allowed, you guys are also ranked 16th as well. So they don't really rank very high in those categories, and because of that, we do like the over for this situation for someone of Jimmy Butler's caliber. Jimmy Butler is a great player, and we tend to see Chicago not do a very good job at defending forwards, as Jimmy Butler usually does play that small forward position. So because of that, we could expect the over for this situation, especially with Jimmy Butler having such a pretty good usage rate in all departments. So keep an eye out for Jimmy Butler's line. There's definitely a lot of value to go on the over, but guys, like I always mention, keep an eye out for his line, and if it is under these averages, definitely look to go on the over. Now getting to the next player is Keegan Murray. So Keegan Murray does play for Sacramento Kings, and they do face off against the New Orleans Pelicans, but he's been averaging 20.2 points, 7.2 rebounds, and also 1.6 steals, which I think is fantastic to see. Now they do face off against Pelicans like we mentioned before, but when we also look at Pelicans even further and look at the points allowed, rebounds allowed, and also assists allowed, we see a different picture. Now when it comes to points allowed, they do actually rank 8th. On top of that, when it comes to assists allowed, the Pelicans do rank 17th, and then rebounds allowed, they do actually rank 8th as well. Now when it comes to Keegan Murray, he actually had himself a monster game against the Warriors. He had 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 0 assists, but we are expecting a similar situation for someone like Keegan Murray coming into this game. The reason being is that we do believe that Sabonis and also De'Aaron Fox are going to attract a lot of the defense, and since they are going to attract a lot of the defense, we are expecting the over for this situation, as we are expecting to see someone like Keegan Murray being left more open and have more opportunities to actually score. We've seen that Pelicans, they tend to focus a lot on stars and actually have their role players do a better job when it comes to them having an increase in their usage rate. So we are expecting that for Keegan Murray. We think Fox and Sabonis are going to attract a lot of attention. They're going to have a lot of the offense, and because of that, it could leave Keegan Murray open like we saw in that Warriors game where he was able to drop 32 points. So we could see a similar situation there, and that's why we do like the over for this situation. Now when it comes to Keegan Murray, is not only just a fantastic player, but he is a consistent scorer and a consistent shooter when it comes to volume. So we aren't expecting, him to have a decrease in his volume in any sort of way. We've seen him shoot, especially if we're focusing more on points, him have a good amount of volume in that points department, take a lot of field goal attempts. So we are expecting the same, and he should be able to go on the over just off sheer volume alone. Now, if I was going to hone in on one, I definitely would focus a lot more on points, but Keegan Murray does have a pretty good usage rate in that rebounding department, so there's definitely some value to go on the over there as well. So keep an eye out for Keegan Murray. He definitely has the capability to go on the over, especially if the line is under these averages, guys. Then I'll definitely see a lot of value to go on the over there. But guys, if you want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.